Hey everybody, welcome to Monday Update. If you're new around here, I am Marina Martinez-Bateman. I am a communications consultant in Portland, Oregon. I specialize in change management, crisis communications, equity, etc. I own a consultancy and a newsletter service, Letteromatic. I also own a walking tour, but that's obviously not happening right now because COVID. So those are just some things that I do. Last week I talked about implementing systems so that as we continue to grow, we're not dropping balls, we're doing things intentionally, we're not wasting any time or doing extra work. So I'm going to continue to build that out. I did a lot of research last week and just kind of setting up bones. Now I'm getting into like the nitty gritty, writing processes, writing policies, sort of like the who, what, when, where, why of our business. Who we do things with, what we do, why we do them, where we do them, how we do them, etc. So that's going to be big this week, especially because this week is only 3 days long. We're working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm doing a little bit of work on Thursday, Friday for clients who have day-specific communications. But beyond that, we are closed Thursday and Friday. So that's really good. And everything I can automate ahead of time, I am automating ahead of time, just to reduce all work on the holidays. I want to make sure that we just get as much downtime as possible. That being said, I'm feeling really good lately. I did my monthly budgeting yesterday, and so I budget for my household and I budget for the business and I look at everything. And it was the first time all year, because I started this business in January. We were working off of startup money. We didn't know. I started Letteromatic in January. Didn't know how it was going to go. But yesterday was the first time all year where I was looking at my budget and I was like, oh, we're okay. We're good. We're fine. Every other month this entire year has been, we're going to be okay. It's probably going to be fine. We'll make it through. Hey, at least we have food. And then it just, over the last several months has gotten better and better. And now I can look at our finances and just feel safe for the first time in a long time. And it's an amazing feeling. I also was sort of doing a little bit of self-interrogation today. And I was like, when's the last time you felt this good about yourself? Like, when is it? And I had to think about it. And I was like, it's going to be actually the year I graduated from high school. So my senior year of high school before I went into college. And that was 2003. So, I went into college September 2003. So that year before then was the last time I felt this good. In high school, I'd already moved out. I was still going to high school, but I was living on my own. I had my own company. I had, my own transportation. I had a truck. I was, making my own money on my own terms, living my own life on my own terms. Investing in what I thought was important, which was school and my business and my friend group. And I just felt really, I decided what was valuable in my life and I went and made that happen and invested in that. And that was the last time I felt this good. After that, I went into college and that lure of the external validation of the professor, the grade, the dean's list, the outside job, the pay rate, the promotion, all that shit just hit. And I was hooked, man. Somebody else telling me that I was worth something was amazing. I didn't really have that growing up. We definitely didn't tell that to each other in my family. Oh, hey, you're worth something. That wasn't a thing. And so when I got that with my first outside job, because I started my own company before I was legally old enough to work. That's why I started the company, because, for some reason it wasn't it didn't apply if you owned your own company, I guess. Or maybe I just fucking started it. I don't know. 14-year-old me was wild. So I started my own company. I had my own company until I was 18. When I was 18, I closed that company to go to college. That's when I got my first external job with a manager and everything. That's also the first time I was in school in a situation where I felt like I was being intellectually challenged. I I thought college was going to be intellectually more rigorous than it was. It was actually physically difficult because I was getting so little sleep. That was actually the challenge for me in college. It was like a physical challenge. But, you know, those professors and everyone telling me, like, oh, this is good work. This is, you know, and the fact that, like, in high school, I got a lot of shit for cussing, for not asking to go to the bathroom, for skipping class so I could go to work. Like, shit that didn't have anything to do with my academics. And once I got to college, it was all academics. And I was doing amazing. And for the first time, other people outside of myself who were, you know, authority figures were telling me that they thought I was good. And I just dove the fuck into that thing, and I didn't leave for a really long time. Since 2003, so what, 7 years? I have been doing, no, more than 7 years, 17 years. For almost 20 years, I have been letting other people tell me what my worth is. And it was this year, this January, when I started this company and I left my other job, and I was like, I'm going to figure out what I'm worth by myself. I'm going to figure out what I think is important. I'm going to go after that. And I'm going to assign worth to that, because that is actually what's worth something to me. And this year has been a motherfucker. It's been hard as hell. We have had several points where I just was like, this was a very bad idea. And we made it through. And I just, for the first time in 17 years, I feel like I myself am worth something. Just this person here is a successful, worthwhile human. And nobody outside of me is telling me that. I mean, they are. Other people are telling me that. And also, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, that's great. That's icing on the cake. But me being worth something by myself is, I could die today. Like, this is it. I love it. This is what I've always wanted, is to feel like this. And it took a lot of hard work, you know, work before I left my job and work throughout this year. And a lot of that hard work was intellectual. It wasn't nose to the grindstone. It wasn't late nights. It wasn't early mornings. It was doing the hard thing of stepping back, of taking breaks, of taking care of myself. All those things are way harder for me than, I could work all night. I could work 72 straight hours. I'd be fine. But that doesn't serve me. What serves me is feeding myself, going to sleep, having hobbies, having friends, growing my intimate relationships, being there for my family, being able to be creative without any, like, monetary something tied to it, all that shit. So that's what I've been doing this year, and it's been difficult, and it's been painful, and it's been wonderful, and it's been eye-opening, and yeah. So that's the Monday update. Let's go on to my intentions this week, which I have one intention again this week. My intention is to take care of my physical health. It was my intention last week. It worked well. It looks like, so far, it's November 23rd. I think I am going to make it through November without getting my November cough. I have compromised lung function. I was born with asthma, and then my dumb ass decided to smoke from ages 12 to 18. So I started getting a cough in November in 1999 at the age of 14. And I've had a cough every November. I quit smoking, it's 18 minus 35, a long ass time ago. It still happens every year. This year may be the year I don't get it. That could be bananas. That could be amazing. Literally life-changing. If I could go through the fucking winter being able to breathe, watch out, bitches. I'm coming for you. So, I'm joking, of course. I'm not coming for anyone. Just love and happiness. That's who I'm coming for. Anyway, this was a crazy update. I'm going to probably do my update on Wednesday because we're not working Thursday, Friday. So, what are your intentions for this week? Put them below.